We're back for day 6 of the 7-day challenge, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 best college lacrosse teams of all time. But before we hop into the top 5, I got an honorable mention for you guys, being Hobart, the D3 powerhouse. Hobart, without a doubt, is the best Division III team of all time. They have 15 national championships spanning from 1976 through 1994, and in only one of those years, they did not win a national championship or get to the Final Four. Hobart could easily be in the top 5 and even number 1, but since they weren't Division I at the time, I'm not going to put them in the top 5, but they still have a chance to get there because now they are finally a Division I team. But now let's hop into the top 5 best college lacrosse teams of all time. And at number 5, we got the Maryland 2022 squad. These guys were unreal, and I was fortunate enough to watch them in person. John Tillman brought this Maryland team to the national championships 3 years in a row, and finally they won it in 2022, losing the previous 2 years to the Virginia Cavaliers, who we know were unreal the past 2 years. Players like McNaney and Wisnauskas. The team dominated all season, going undefeated and winning the national championship. During their reign, they implemented the offensive scheme called positionless offense, and we still see this today in current college lacrosse and professional lacrosse. The offense for the Maryland Terrapins gave them an opportunity not to rely on just one player, but every single player could play together and show their offensive skill and put the ball in the back of the net. This true team offense initiated the attack from everywhere, creating weak spots for the defense, and made the 2022 Maryland Terrapins one of the best teams of all time. And at number 4, we got the Hopkins 2003 to 2008 teams. The Johns Hopkins Blue Jays dominated college lacrosse under legendary coach Petramala, making it to championship weekend in 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2008. Through this stretch, the Blue Jays commanded the field with players like Kyle Harrison and Paul Rabel. During the 2005 season, the Blue Jays, led by Kyle Harrison, swept college lacrosse, going undefeated and bringing home the national title. During this same year, Kyle Harrison was awarded the Tewaaraton Trophy and deemed the nation's most outstanding collegiate lacrosse player. 2 years later, Hopkins went on to win another national title in 2007, being led by the one and only Paul Rabel, who was a Tewaaraton finalist, who ended up losing the Tewaaraton to Matt Danowski, who was on a phenomenal Duke 07 team. This Blue Jays team was absolutely stacked, making it to championship weekend 4 times and winning the national title twice. And without a doubt, putting them in contention for the greatest college lacrosse team of all time. And at number 3, we got the Virginia 2006 Cavaliers. During the 2006 season, Dom Starzia's Virginia Cavaliers featured a roster consisting of notable players such as Matt Ward, Kyle Dixon, Matt Poski, Ben Rubier, and Mike Culver. The team produced 8 All-Americans, including Matt Ward, who was the 2006 Tewaaraton winner. The Cavaliers dominated their competition. They had very few close games in their entire season, and being one of the most high-caliber offenses in the country, with a stacked roster, an NCAA championship, 17-0, 0 losses, this Cavalier team could be considered one of the greatest NCAA teams of all time. And at number 2, which could easily be the number 1 team, we got Princeton from 1996 to 1998. Under Bill Tierney, this team was unstoppable. They ruled college lacrosse for 3 years straight. The team was led by 3 all-star attackmen, Jesse Hubbard, Chris Macy, and John Hess, boasted a record of 44-2 in a 3-year stretch, bringing home the national title in each season. In the 1997 season and 98 season, the team went undefeated and won the national championship by 10+ goals in both games. Princeton's playstyle and offensive schemes proved to be the best in the country and landed this team 3 national titles in 3 years. The goal margin for this team was 8.2 for every game. They're considered to be one of the best college lacrosse teams of all time and could be the number 1 team of all time. Boom, we finally made it to the number 1 spot, and you guys that knew that this was coming, congratulations, but it's the Syracuse lacrosse teams from 1987 to 1990. The Syracuse Orange at this time was led by head coach Simmons Jr. and the Gate brothers, who we know dominated NCAA lacrosse for their 4 years. The Orange took home national championships in 1988, 89, and 90 with Gary Gate's signature lacrosse move, the air gate that we all know today. This move appeared in the 1988 semifinal game against UPenn, where his 2-goal performance helped move Syracuse 1 step closer to the national title. Despite the controversy surrounding the 1990 title, the Orange secured 3 consecutive national championships, being the first team to do so since the Johns Hopkins squad from 1978 to 80. Syracuse featured Paul and Gary Gate, along with Tom Marichek and several other All-Americans, that created one of the most high-powered offenses ever seen in the sport of lacrosse. The team averaged 20 points per game and outscored opponents by an average of almost 12 points, creating the deadly combination of offense and powerful defense that many teams cannot compare to. And that is it for my top 5 greatest college lacrosse teams of all time. Thank you guys for watching till the end. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 7 of the 7-day challenge. Peace.